EDP just has no shame. He's back on TikTok. He made a return on YouTube earlier this year, but like he instantly got banned because YouTube actually has their fucking priorities straight. Well, most of the times. Now on TikTok, anything goes. Nobody fucking gives a shit. Like, there's a lot of really questionable accounts on TikTok. Now, EDP is back, and he's just making fun of the whole situation. The let's call it the cupcake incident, because we all know where that came from.
I was actually coming out here to pick up a cupcake and then go back home.
Shut the fuck up.
Yeah, EDP's making fun of it. His literal only pinned TikTok on his fucking dumbass page is him eating a cupcake as a sign of I won and you guys lost, cry about it. But not really, because just seeing this just makes me fucking hate EDP more. Not only when he got caught. If you ever watched the text where they were like, reading all the text, EDP knew he could get in trouble, but the sheer thought of him getting some cooch that estimated his fucking body grease like tremble and boil, and because he just liked the idea of it. He got his body grease started shaking, his fucking fat rolls started fucking shaking and shit. He just got really happy, and then he said, if I get caught, I could get in trouble, and he didn't really care about the own safety of the 13-year-old, the decoy 13-year-old girl. He just cared about his own career. And then the last day, like the day they're supposed to meet up where the whole cupcake incident happened, he said, please, this better not be a fucking setup, because I could get in trouble. He literally, the fact that it could have been a setup was literally on the back of his mind.
Said earlier, the chats indicate that he regretted it every time that he would say something like this, not because of the age, but more so because he could get in trouble. Which is eventually why he shows up, right? He shows up because he's so motivated by his sick desires that
but his naiveness, that was his own downfall. It was literally his own downfall, bro. He himself was his own downfall, and he tried blaming other people. Now, after the whole the cupcake incident, he literally tried to pretend like nothing happened, going back to his same old, making the same old shitty content about him, screaming his ass off about his shitty football team, and just him then giving story times about him taking a shit. But people weren't having him. They were calling him out for it. He turned off comments for a while until he got banned, and now you think, hooray, but it literally took a few months for him to get banned, which was mind-boggling. People were like, what the fuck? He should have banned instantly as soon as news came out. That was his main source of revenue being gone, cut from him. It led to the third phase. People were just bounty hunting EDP. They were following his every move.
A pedophile you have staying in your hotel. He tried to rape a 13-year-old girl.
Front desk to security, please stop by the desk as soon as possible.
And honestly, that was probably one of my favorite fucking like whole incident fucking phases of this whole EDP incident. Reasons being because that shit was funny as fuck. Now, a lot of you might say that's fucking cruel, but what the fuck? He did ass try grooming me, fucking getting up with the child. So tell me what's more cruel. Tell me, motherfucker. Tell me! Yeah, and people are just basically saying, nah, you want to get a job? Nah, fuck you. Look at this shit. Which leads to our, what phase is this? The fourth? Yeah, the fourth one. Where he was dead as, it was like, he was dead as being ridiculed for fucking money, which was honestly fucking funny too. People were just packing this boy up. He went to some Chinese fucking streaming site. And, you basically paid to get allowed to go in a live with someone, and I guess that's how he was making a few bucks, because that was one of the only ways he could. And he was getting packed up,
Favorite video you, bro, is when you were trying to fuck that 13-year-old, bro. That shit was.
People were saying, oh, what's up? That whole incident was fucking fucked up. Yeah, I'm not like that anymore. Then they just started packing his ass to it, which was fucking funny. I think after this whole incident, he tried going back on YouTube, but I can't remember from here. He was literally going to every website ever, where you can make an account, but he was getting banned left and right, which was just funny, and that was just funny to see. But for some reason, he didn't get banned on TikTok, and that's where he resigns to this day. Now EDP's content mainly reminds of the same old fucking shit football takes, and he had story times of him taking a shit. Now, funny enough, a smart person, not a smart person, a fucking normal person let's put this into perspective. A normal person who's been caught doing something illegal may want to lay low on a while, but nope. EDP is just fucking retarded. EDP has made a few public appearances on the podcast from different people, and every time the cupcake incident gets brought up, he either ignores it or just blatantly answers the question. He says, I did nothing wrong. EDP claims he hasn't been prosecuted or anything. He hasn't had any legal, a case made on him, or he hasn't been in any legal trouble. And he says that he could sue the people at Predator Poacher for doing what they did to him. Honestly, I don't know. I think most of this shit's out of EDP's ass, but knowing how the reason I hate EDP so much, or just genuinely dislike this guy more and more, is the fact that he did something like this and he tries to say, oh, nothing happened. It was just a goof. It was just for fun, Like he went from saying, yeah, nothing happened, and then like he made a joke about it on his YouTube channel too. But then like when she was dead as getting heat for it, he was trying to not apologize. He never apologized for the incident. It was another reason why I'm just like, fuck this dude, bro. Fuck this guy. I just wish the worst happens to this motherfucker. He went from egotistical, and then like he once he got caught, he like, please don't call the police on me, please, I'll do it. I'll suck you, motherfucking dick. And then he was like just saying, nah, fuck them. They ruined my image, but we still up. And he went from desperate job hunting, and when people were saying, nah, well, look at this guy, stay away from him. He was having a mental breakdown. He said, you guys ruined my life. I hate every single one of you motherfuckers. I hate you. He was just on that goblin shit, bro. He was just being fucking crazy, bro. And then now he's back to like, yo, nothing happened, motherfuckers. My fat ass is chomping on this fucking cupcake. He said, I got my cupcake at the end, and that just pissed me off. And I know real life doesn't have happy endings, but I just wanted to express my frustration with this fucker. He's probably not gonna get fucking prosecuted ever. And I think that's the true sad nature of this whole incident, unless he gets caught up again, because I know his lonely ass is gonna try to do that once again. But anyways, fuck EDP. He's a stupid fat fucking bitch, and I hope he chokes on his neck. Don't know, you fat fuck. This is probably the most you'll see me. So as always, keep it crispy, kids, and yeah, that's reality. We don't get happy endings in the real life, in the real world. I mean.